Good evening. Hello, welcome along to some more Gran Turismo 4 on a Saturday evening this time. So let's see, I need to hit this button because that gave me the game, and I also need to go full screen. Yeah, there we are. So I was thinking of doing some championship driving tonight. There is at least one championship that I've looked at, and it's this one. Because I do have a car in the garage that is especially suited for the German Touring Car Championship. And it is an Opel. Hi Hugo! Championship fever, yeah. Something along those lines. I actually have 40 cars in the garage now. That is... there we have Germany. I'm gonna start again already within the first minute. So one thing we want especially is the super soft racing tires. Is there any upgrade we can do to the car at all? No. Can N8 unit 614 horsepower. Wow. You're a speedy worker indeed. Oh bloody hell, we can put a turbocharger on it. 601. 762 horsepower. Nah. Yeah, I think if anything, I'd go with the turbocharger to go up from 454 to 601. Ah. You know what? We'll try to drive as it is to begin with, and then if I am hopelessly slow, then I'll just jump back out of it again and yeah. If I am hopelessly slow, then I'll just jump out of it again and put on that turbocharger and go back in. I really do like the cars that we're driving up against, that we are really up against here. Let's just jump into it. How hard can it be, right? Well, 8-point race, so it shouldn't be too hard. Driving this direction on this circuit, that fast kink there is kind of like turn 8 at Adelaide. That Mercedes up ahead, it was one of my favorite cars in Gran Turismo 3. Okay, so we have a massive tire advantage at the start here. Oh. And a major driver disadvantage. Now the car is tremendously understeery. I have no idea how the wear is on these tires though. Formula W. Ooh, the fronts are turning yellow already. Ah, yeah, of course. You know what? Maybe I should have bought the tires that are one click more more to the hard side. How much time does a pit stop take? It's too late for that now. Yeah, I need a fresh set of tires. Well, I will get back out in third though, so... or will I? No, I won't. Yeah, you know what? I might just go for the mediums for the second race of the championship. The accidental one lap magic, yeah. Nope, that didn't work out at all. Rammer time, yeah. Desperate times and desperate measures, you know. Yeah, me taking out the AI drivers, you know, I've learned from the best. So 17 seconds behind them at the end there. I wouldn't have been ahead of them even if I had gone to the pits one lap earlier, I think. Ah well, learned something for race 2. It's a 5 race championship, isn't it? So boom. examples are meh. What do you mean? You have first-hand experience that it's not? Yeah, let's try this. Ooh, now it's a 16-point race. Neither of you would know quality even if it slapped you in the face. Whoa. Why do you hit the brakes in the middle of the corner, you dingus? Yeah, with 4 Peugeots, then you're well known with quality tools then. Yeah, racing with diesels in no turbo race is really it's gonna take a while to get around the lap then. haven't really been able to fix that terminal understeer. Yeah, no turbos, and there is a power to weight thing as well, and you have to keep the well, on paper at least, you have to keep the original engine in the car. So it is to kind of try to keep it, the power and everything at a sane level. Especially in a race where the only real safety requirement is a crash helmet and gloves. No, you know, not there's no requirement for a roll cage or anything in the car, so yeah, the mediums work a lot better. It also helps that it's a track with some longer straights also, and it's not constantly turning. Yeah, no roll cages, and we drive at Montauk Park, which is where that well, it is essentially a drag strip on the back of the track. So we have been up to 160 something, I think, at the end of the straight. But we are being passed by other cars, so there are some cars that are doing well up to 200, I think, at the end of that straight. There we go. Win-win. That should put me up into second position in the championship. No, yeah. Yep, second position in the championship. 2 points off the lead. Nice. Yeah, the medium tires are the way to go. Hi, Leandro. Welcome along. DTM indeed. Yeah, we had over 180 with the Mondeo, that's right. Which was even more scary, because that car was a lot bigger and a lot more heavy. Right, we'll go minimum on the downforce at the back. Yeah, let's try this. It's probably gonna make the car a lot more horrible to drive. We're about to find out. Standing start again. Ooh, 27-point race now. The difficulty increases. Oh yeah, with the stock seat and belts in the Mondeo too. So but we had upgraded the tires. So in the long corners we were really struggling to hold on to not fall out of the seat sideways. Yeah, I remember those guys. They had the utmost faith in their opposition. Okay, so now this has made the car actually wanting to turn in. That's a good thing we're not on the super soft tires for this race, because they would have been worn out already. Don't look at the chat while driving into the corners. Yeah, the scrap heap rule was removed before we joined. And in one way it's good, of course, because that means that we can keep the car and race it year after year. But the downside is that some people put way too much money in their machinery. So I guess about half the field in the race is not... well, is nowhere near a stock car anymore. It kind of wrecked the initial idea with that. Banger race, yeah, in a way it is. Skrotbil is pretty much banger, yeah. And I'm looking forward to this year's race. For the race last year, I didn't get to drive anything actually at all on the track last year, because I didn't go out in the warm-up session in the morning, and the car, well, the engine did explode on the very first lap of the race. Well, it not explode as such, but I gave up the ghost on lap 1 of the race. And I wasn't the starting driver, so I didn't get to do anything, do any driving last year. But it didn't really matter. For some reason I wasn't that keen on driving at all last year. But I feel more up for it now. Now we just need to figure out what we want to do. Oh, there's been a change for second position. The TT has gone past the CLK. Nice. A bit more of a shake-up in the results than for the points. Puts me 4 points in the clear. Yeah, the engine had a slight meltdown. It the CLK beating the A4 is a surprise. Yeah, in a way it is. Autumn ring reverse. Race number 4. Well, I don't think I'll do any setup changes to the car at all. Just go with it as it is. But I do think a little bit of that the CLK is it beating the A4 is that it's starting ahead of it on every single race. Oh. Yeah, that's true. The TT starts almost at the back. The TT, I don't know if it's more powerful or possibly more slick in the air, so that's not, so it doesn't have that much drag. Maybe I got no idea. Wanted to try an undercut on the exit there, but all I got was understeer in the mid corner. Losing me more time than more than anything. Yeah, for this year's Montauk race we need to figure out what we'll do. Where we'll rebuild the engine, which is mostly unlikely, I guess. finding a new engine for the Astra, or if we build a brand new car for the race. The thing is, we want something that is fairly inexpensive and easy to work with, easy to get parts. That doesn't cost all that much either. And and something that isn't a BMW or a Peugeot, I think. Because it feels like 90% of the field is driving either a BMW or a Peugeot. Nah, the Opels are fine. I've been thinking about maybe a Vectra or something. Well-worn Volvo. Well, Volvos are boring. Boring and extremely heavy. Late 90s S40. Oh, you mean a Mitsubishi, what is it, Charisma? Overweight and underpowered. Oh, four lap race. Okay, I thought it was 5. Nah, well, keeping an eye out and see what we can. Well, the Charisma is reliable. Yeah, okay, if you say so. Not fully convinced. Does it say what tires the others are when we move around? It doesn't say the car they're driving either. Yeah, okay, fine. Never mind then. I thought it would be interesting to see what kind of tires the other cars are driving on. Ah, yes. Yeah, fifth and final race on the fabled Nürburgring Nordschleife. One of the things is to find a car that, well, that appeals to us. Oh. Bit of a tank slapper on the exit. Well, the DTM cars do kind of feel at home on this track. At least the Astra was used for the N24 for a number of years. First by Opel Motorsport, but then by the Schall brothers. Incidentally, the same Schall that is using the Mercedes 190 Evo 2 on the historic race, or the classics race that is usually being held in the morning on of the N24. It's usually been dominating that race with that car. Is it the young timer, I think? Barfschleife. Nordschleife is okay. It doesn't really fit racing all that well, but it's a nice track to drive. The world's fastest toll road. Yeah, I was about to say, a nice track to drive. So, any speculations of the prize car for the championship? It's got to be something stupid, I guess. Like a Peugeot 206 RC or something like that. Oh, the Patentwagen. Could be. Patentwagen. Why aren't we doing the 206 Lander? It's a shit car. There was a handful of 206s on that race at Mantorp in Sweden too. The tank car with the Nike, yeah. I do hope that we will win something useful. Oh, the A4 has taken the second position. Six minute 55. Any more positional changes towards the end? No, the A4 crossed the finish line second and the Mercedes crossed the finish line in third. And such. Win the championship by 14 points. For the A4 in third, the TT in fourth, Calibra in fifth, and the Mercedes 190 in sixth. Ooh, 75,000 for winning the championship. So I have the money I spent on the super soft tires. I have gained that back then at least. Poor 190, yeah. I do like the Mercedes 190. It is a good looking car. Right, moment of truth. Well, it's not German, but that is usable. Now, isn't that one of the cars that we win early in the game originally? Oh, I'll go back and revisit the Opera Paris race, by the way. Just to get the gold on that one. Okay, so it's a 31-point race now. Ooh, and we've changed the Mercedes 190 with the Alpha 155. Okay. A lot less stopping power this time. I do have to say, of the two street circuits that we have in Paris, I think I do like this one better in this game. Paired between qualifying and race. Oh yeah, of course there's Formula 1 thing going on. Whoops. Yeah, single-seater disinterest. Well, there's some proper racing going on in real life tomorrow, because the ELMS is driving. I don't remember which track they're on, which circuit rather, but it's a 4-hour race in the ELMS tomorrow, which I probably will miss a part of because I have to do the American Rally Championship in the morning or in the early afternoon. Seems like the medium tires are well suited for this race too. Ah, it's Paul Ricard, yeah. Another one of those interesting circuits. I've grown to like it a little bit better with the years. The first couple of times I drove it, I didn't like it at all. Seems like the Mercedes is the better one of the AI cars around there. Given how big of a gap it has to third position. can't go flat. Whew, there we are. .8, so the Mercedes actually gained a little bit in the last sector of the track, last sector of the race. Started from the pits in a sprint. Pitted, had a pit stop and still ended up 6th. How was the was there a lot of weather happening, or what's the thing? So production car up to 1979 for this championship. Let's see. So. I see. So it was. So it was somewhat like we had in the race yesterday then, Ole, but not to the same extent. Well, that's a lot for driving radio-controlled cars in a parking lot. So, 1979. You know what? We can sort by date. Ooh, that could have been that could be a shout for that. The highway alongside Ragbon Drive. Huh. What do you reckon? Do we? Oh wait, this one might not be eligible for the European race, given that it's a Japanese car. You know what? We'll bring it over and see if we can drive it. No, I can drive it there. Ah, okay. It's said at the bottom between Japanese and it is a bit contradicting, isn't it? Challenging a long distance sprint race. So what do we do here? At least we go with the sport soft tires. Yes, please. Yeah, sure, we do have the money, why not? The 1.5. I do like that we can put an engine chip in the car that's with a manual timing and everything. And the port polish. I don't think we need to do all that much more with the car. Yeah, no, I think that will do. European events. Well, one step back. Races that are held between European cars. Yeah, of course it is between Japanese and American cars. The European, yeah. Typical opponents, here we go. So, between the Japanese and American cars we have the Alfa Romeos, we have the Fiat, a Ginetta, a Jaguar, a Lotus, a Mercedes, a Mini, a Marcos, yeah. I don't know how much of this is the yeah, the 500 will be completely... I mean, it's a one-lap race at Nordschleife, and I guess that a car will almost be lapped anyway. Some nice cars in the list though. Right, let's see what we can do. 58-point race. 5-lap race, and now we're going the opposite way then compared to what we've done twice already tonight. Oh! The AI cars arguing well before the race even starts. Looks like the Elan will be the car to beat. Four seconds up. Well, no, we can't go flat, but holy moly, that was a big speed difference in that corner. That must be down to the tires. And the bravery of the driver. Yeah. Yeah, well, the line between bravery and stupidity is pretty slim. You know what? Maybe the Cobra is the car to have this race. Apart from the Datsun, of course. Oh, that Cobra could be nasty on the Nordschleife race. Ooh! PS5. Why? Well, I do have GT7, but I have it on PS4. And the only game I have the PS4 for is Gran Turismo. I bought it for GT Sport. And then I was happy to see that I could drive GT7 on the PS4 instead of the I had to upgrade to the PS5. Well, yeah, fair enough. For GTA 6. To be honest, I don't think I'll bother buying the console for GTA 6. I'll just wait the extra year or whatever it will take before the game will be released on PC. Not like on GTA 5 when I bought it for the Xbox 360 and then for PC. Apocalyptic thing. Yeah. Yeah, GTA 5, yeah. Oh, yeah, the remark of the consoles being gone. Yeah. Yeah, well... And it's not... I mean, they're not gonna be gone because they've expired or anything. It's more that the market for consoles will completely be vacuumed by people wanting to play GTA 6. Yeah, I keep my consoles too. I had a friend who didn't want her PS2 anymore, so I bought that one of her. And then her sister didn't want her PS2 anymore, so I bought that of her too, so I have 3 PS2s. I still have the first PlayStation 1 that first PlayStation 1 that I got. Yeah. Well, we're not that far away from lapping the slowest car, which is the Silvia. And yeah, the Cobra is the best, fastest car of the of the other ones. The PS4 came with a boyfriend, yeah. What do I feed it? Ooh, Monaco. .8 race. And now the Cobra starts first, so it's going to be more of a task for this one. So I think most of the time that I was ahead of the Cobra at the end of race 1. Most of the time difference would probably have been from him working his way past the other cars. Well, for the same reasons that it is a not Cobra leading the race by a handsome margin already. Yeah, that's right. We've actually been to the place. Would have been cool to be here with when a historic Grand Prix weekend is taking place. I think I might struggle to win this one. Of course, I had to turn in too early. Yeah, no, the Cobra being this fast here is also a slight bit concerning for the championship, because I think I might have to have a decent advantage before going into the Nordschleife race. I still wasn't slow enough for turn 1. Come on. You can't really cheese it like we did over the chicanes at Le Mans with those Renault Avant teams. Yeah, I lost 2 seconds on that second to last lap there. Race, lap 3. I'm gonna lose time on this lap too, so. Yeah, we might have to upgrade a bit to win this championship. Yeah, lost 2 seconds. That's the problem when the fastest car starts in pole position. Yeah, second position in that race. Was this a 4-race championship or a 5-race championship? No, this will be without the chicanes. Okay. Yeah, that'll probably be enough. Right, something to drink before we start this one. And I just realized I don't think we'll be able to win this championship at all. Especially given that we don't have the chicanes on the back or the Mulsanne straight. Does this really play into the hand of the Cobra? Hands of the Cobra. I mean, I'm gonna be 15 seconds down even before we get out onto the straight. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to overtake the E-Type either. Yeah. We need upgrades. How much? 278, 242. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, no, we'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Right. European events. Now, do we just try to start a race and then see how it goes, or do we... Yeah, we enter this race and test it. Yeah, we're missing probably around 250 horsepower. Yeah, I will have to start a championship over, but this is just to see if the car is actually capable of doing this. Yeah, that'll be fine. Because I will win the race 1 pretty easy anyway. And then race 2 I might win that with a bit of a struggle. But then if I'm just blown out of the water in this race compared to the Cobra, then it's pointless starting the championship over. Because then I won't be able to win it anyway. Yeah, Gullwing and the Bellet. I do like the Bellet too, it's a cool car. Nyom. Which button is the... Ah, that's the nitrous button. The Blackwing, yeah. I think we might have to build a different car for this. Let's just see at the end of the straight here. 7.1. .8, ooh, that's 3/10. Might be doable. Well, it's an expensive upgrade. I'm not made out of money, you know? Okay. Leaning a lot more than I expected it to. The thing is that last engine upgrade it didn't really upgrade all that much. We could go with the randomize the races and see if we get something more useful out of that. Yeah, let's try that and see what we get. Okay, fine. No. Yeah. And it is based upon your username, or the first character in your username. So you will also get different circuits than I do. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. It doesn't help then. Of course, it would have been it probably would have been different if I had gone to a different different cup with single races, I guess. That might have been too much. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. There's no Cobra. So that is what I should have done then. Instead, gone out of the championship and back and start a new championship all the way until I got the championship without the Cobra in it. Instead, I now have a ridiculously overpowered car compared to my opposition. And a car that is pretty much impossible to drive in corners. Yeah, 1.5 speed, yeah. Ooh, that's a Ginetta. A Ginetta looks really tiny from my bonnet. Well, this is not like the 1 Series BMW that we built last time or the time before, which had just the correct amount of power for the rest of the upgrades that we did put on the car. be interesting to see how far behind the Fiat will be in the longer, or the what's it called, the faster races. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did too. Just boost the horsepower, and never mind with anything else. Horsepower and possibly a gearbox. That is pretty much the same thing with that our friend Alex did in the Forza Horizon games, where we were trying to build cars with within the performance points limit to be handy to drive and effective to drive, while he just put in big engine and blew us all away all the time. Well, for a short while there, the Fiat had some company, and it wasn't too far away from the cars ahead, but now his poor guy has fallen back quite a bit. You have Forza Motorsport, the newest one? Ooh, the Gullwing has made its way past the Ginetta. Ooh. That's interesting. I also have the newest Forza Motorsport. And our truck driving friend is also playing the newest Forza Motorsport. Well, of the two of us, he is the one who's more actively playing it. Okay. Free to play weekend. Oh, look at that, we're actually gonna lap the Fiat. Huh. I didn't think this race was long enough to be able to lap the Fiat here, but apparently it is. you only have the Forza Motorsport game for the weekend, so it's being shipped back to the mother on Sunday then. So she will have the game on in the week again. Blue flag, oh, it's blue car, wasn't it? Oh, just behind the Mazda then. Well, I will have to run a quick trip to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. This just looks stupid. Yeah, I do like that Mazda. It's a good looking car. Well, I did decide to do this race tonight. This live stream tonight, given that you're working tomorrow, Ole. But might be able to live stream or play some Forza Motorsport tomorrow then, possibly. If you are available at any point, that is. Look how massive that Alpha looks compared to the Fiat. And the Alpha is really a small car. That's almost a jump. dive. Not that I would need to dive to get past, but still. I do think that Mazda is also... It is one of the cars that in the comic book Sprint, I think they have a car that is looking pretty similar to that Mazda, although with a bit more futuristic parts on it. Speaking of live streams, I will be doing that American Rally Championship asphalt rally in RBR in the morning tomorrow. Probably said that earlier tonight too. Oops, the Fiat seems to hold on somewhat, well, at least for now. Of course, going through the tunnel is the fastest part of the circuit, so we will lose time there, but of course, the good thing for the Fiat with this track is that it's fairly flowing compared to the Opera Paris. Compared to the DTM championship, this will be a lot more costly. Because I don't think I'll re-earn all the money I spent on the car. Ginetta is still holding on for second. Seems like the gap is coming down. And across the line. Oh, the Ginetta held off. Got a 10-point gap then, going into Le Mans. Oh, come on. Poor Fiat, yeah. It is at a somewhat disadvantage in this championship. Looks like the Gullwing will be the main rival for this race. That being said, the Ginetta came back at him there. Awesome. Yeah, like competing in a bicycle, yeah. It is already lost by quite a margin, the poor little Fiat. Yeah, well, the Ginetta is holding very well in the corners and the twisty stuff. I guess that the Mercedes will be zooming past now on the straight. Yeah, going past now. More like a unicycle, yeah. Yeah, it is a Gran Turismo thing indeed. Oh. Okay, so 13 seconds at that point. Try it without a nitrous to see what the gap will be. Ole and I was supposed to, we're taking part in the German league in R-Factor 2 with hypercars and the hypercars and the GTE cars, and one of the rounds was supposed to be a 24-hour race at Le Mans. However, the race last night had 15 cars all in all, 3 hypercars, and the rest was GTEs. And last I would be the opposite way around. But yeah, last season, I don't remember how many cars there were. I think it were like 35 cars for each race. 40 something entered for the entire championship. And this year the numbers has just plummeted. So I think they've decided to cancel the 24-hour race and rather do something else instead with that race at Le Mans. That's a bit of a shame really, because I was looking forward to that 24-hour race. Well, it's not a mod for R-Factor 2, the 9X8. But that has been the hypercar that I've been driving in Le Mans Ultimate. In R-Factor 2.5. And the Le Mans Ultimate Club at Overtake was also having a huge number of drivers in the first race. First 2 races. And then it was falling down and falling down. So I think for this Tuesday, the coming Tuesday's race, I think there are like 5 drivers signed up currently. Oh my, I might actually lap the Mini this lap. No, I shouldn't be. Yeah, the car doesn't like braking when it has some sideways load. Good thing there's a lot of runoff into Mulsanne. Yeah, no, there is no driver swaps in Le Mans Ultimate yet, so we can only do single driver races. So a 24-hour race online would be... Well, I mean, it would require local driver swaps. Would require like Ola and me using my rig, for instance, to swap between us. Which is very much possible to use my rig for that, because I have my seat on a slider so I can move it back and forth. And many bottles for drinking, yeah. Back in the race department Le Mans Championship, days, or Le Mans Series race days rather, we did mostly 6-hour races, I think. There was one poor guy who had to do one of the 6-hour races all by himself, because I think there was P2 was supposed to be, he was supposed to have a friend drive for some hours in the car, but that guy couldn't. I think he had to cancel, so the other poor guy had to do it, do the entire 6-hour race all by himself. Yeah, no Cobra does help. Oh. He was supposed to have a friend. Yeah. I see we're about to encounter the Fiat for half a second. Ooh, there it is. Got a gap of 1 minute 15 after 2 laps of racing. Yeah, didn't have a friend after that race. I think we had a rule. I don't know if the rule was actually active at the time or if that came after that race, to that all these races for over 3 hours, they had to be mandatory 2 drivers. Looks like it's still mandatory with 2 drivers, or else you would be disqualified from the race. From the result. Yeah, I think that that maximum stint length rule, I think that came after that season, yeah. So that he was actually allowed to be classified for points, for championship points. There we go, half a second slower on this lap than on the previous lap. Win for the unfair lady, yeah. Well, to be honest, I was up against some unfair opposition in the first championship attempt. Right, so time for the finale then. Final race. Finale. I was tempted to B-spec this race. Whoa. Of course, that's why I was suddenly changing direction. Yeah, more Nordschleife action. Yeah, like Bob could handle this car. Well, given the horsepower difference, I think Bob would do pretty well with this car. Yeah, I know. I know that Oliver won the handbrake. Did spot it before I left for the Saturday pizza earlier tonight. I didn't win the sequential shifter either, so there's that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Again. Yeah. Why would you get a handbrake? if I would be winning. It's not like we will be winning. Yeah, yeah. You could have so you could have more squeaky stuff. I guess that you haven't bought any actual oil or any lubrication for that squeaky pedal yet either. The Ginetta is still ahead of the Mercedes. Yeah, guessing game for the classic championship, historic championship. Auto Bianchi. What car do I think will win from this? Well, I know that I would want to win the BMW M3 GTR. Yeah, no, the M3 GTR race car, that would have been a great car to win from this. Or pink Yaris. What do I actually think will win? The Falcon Skyline R34. Well, the pink Yaris is, I think that is more a GT3 thing, isn't it? It's meme of Gran Turismo 3. No, I don't think I have. I don't think I won one of those, no. Whoa. Car really doesn't like braking with the weight shifting around. Well, the Ginetta held up a lot better in this race compared to the race on at Le Mans. On Le Mans. At Le Mans. Right. Like driving a Stratos or driving that Audi RS4 thingy that we also drove around here in the in one of the German single make or single race series, that was also a handful and then some to drive. Right, so moment of truth again then. Look at that wheelbase of that car. That looks really, really odd with those long doors and kind of long bodywork style or long body. But that. Huh. Well, I mean, cool car. Fun car and all that, but ooh. UK cars with less than 1,000 kilograms. Well, K cars are cool. Let's see. No. Skyline, no, that's a different one. R33, yeah. It's not there. Not there. No, I don't have the I don't have the I don't have the Falcon Skyline. Yeah. Thanks. You know what? We'll end the stream with a B-Spec race. I am curious to see how Bob is gonna do this race. How well he will be doing this race. I know that I looked at the Falcon Skyline at one of the previous live streams. But I think I only looked at it. I don't think we won it or anything. The Lotus Elan looks to be a really good car for this race too. Ding ding indeed. I do like the arrow that indicates that the car is catching up rapidly, but then the gap is just increasing. Okay, finally past the Ginetta. Yeah, the championships has taken some time to get through them. Where I've been at this, I have been at this for 2.5 hours already. 2.5 hours. Yeah, just jumped by the Elan really quickly. The Bellet has made its way past the Silvia. Yeah, it is a time-consuming game. Especially if we want to do it, right. Yeah, no, seems like Bob used the power for used the car's power for good. Nice. Can get carried by a good car. Yep. Yeah, well, okay, no, of course I can't see that. Where can we see the beginner events? We can see the single races. Let's see, in the Sunday. So Seattle, Tsukuba and Laguna Seca. Tsukuba, Seattle and Laguna Seca. Now let's see if we change track randomizer on. Seattle, Tsukuba, Laguna Seca. That was the exact same car, same circuits. Now tell me, did they just swap places in the list? Hold on, I'm scrolling back on the stream. No, they are on the same. Yeah, sure. They're in the same spaces. Yeah, it could be that it doesn't change the icons. Yep, there we go. I'm not gonna bother drive though, so let Bob have a look at this. We believe in you, Bob. Yeah, you were lucky with that one, Ole. It's it's somehow effective. Do you remember what's the regular price car for this championship or this cup is? Because I have already won the regular car or the random car from this championship, so I probably won't need another one. Yeah, FR Challenge GT4. Okay. Seems like Bob is struggling a bit more in this race. Oh yeah, I do already have that car, so I won that in a different cup then. Huh. I don't remember what I actually did win from this series though. No, Bob has been struggling a bit on this track. And he is significantly faster than the Crossfire. Taking in some time to get there. Oh no. Well, that's annoying. Well, he's a bit more on it from the start now. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a very different story. So we just needed the practice run. Yeah, well, that might be the difference between steady and fast. Yeah. I do remember that we were looking at the BMW 3 series or something for a series, but I don't remember which. It's been a couple of weeks. Ooh. I know I looked at the WTCC car, but I think we looked at one of the GTRs too. Yeah. Yeah, because there is an M3 championship. That might be it. Città di Aria as the last one. Interesting. Now that's a curveball. is the first time I've been able to B-spec a 2-car race like this. Difficult to pass indeed. Barbados. Yeah, basically a show event indeed. Kind of like drifting. No, I didn't load in a different track. Because it will be the same track regardless. Because this is the track that is in this position because of my player name. Damn it, Bob! How hard can it be? Yeah, I know, it is scripted random. Yep. Fine, I'll do this myself. Oh. Clarkson, yeah. Speed! Yeah, exactly. All Bob had to do was nos on the straight. I would have used the hybrid, you know, given him an extra boost of 50 horsepower or whatever it was. Oh yeah, that's right. Ooh, question. Do I get the penalty if I hit the wall? No, I don't. Well, I didn't have to use the NOS to get past him either. It would be fun though if this mixing around with the tracks would also mix up the car once more, the prize car. But no, it didn't. That's another NSX. Great car, but I don't have the use for another one. We'll swap the swap that setting back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's get rid of it. I don't need to. He says it has two Astra DTM cars. Yeah, well, anyway, that will be it for tonight. Because I think I need to find my bed. I'm getting tired. So, yeah, American Rally Championship in the pretty much around the midday tomorrow, I think. So thank you so much for tuning in. Do enjoy whatever is left of your Saturday, and I'll catch you all later. So take care then, and goodbye.